Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. It's Terry and this is another edition of An Orchid a Day. Today I'm going to do a little update on some of my mounted Latouria Dendrobiums. These are mounted Dendrobiums that have been on the mount. Well, some of them are Latourias. Some of them are just antelopes because I have just felt that they do better. They're more manageable. Their roots get the drainage that they need. Now I'll show, this is an antelope. This is my discolor that has been on this mount for it's been about a year. And you can see the root tips have finally attached itself to the mount. Plentifully. Usually when those root tips are green and active as they are and wandering around, that generally is indicative of something happening, whether it could be a bloom spike, whether it could be a new growth. I'm not seeing either at the moment. That is my Den discolor, which is an antelope from New Guinea, Papua. This is another one from Papua. This is my Dendrobium nindii that I got from Ecuador just a year ago. And I am looking for roots, but there is a new growth that has finally pushed through. Fairly large, substantial plant. Goes way up there. Now, this year I got a fair amount of Latourias, new ones. This is one that was one big piece, a bigger piece that was bare root. Two other pieces fell off of it, which I mounted on separately. This one was actually in bloom. This is my Dendrobium Gerald McGraith. I'm not sure where the tag is. It's on the other side. That's what it is. I don't really need to go and show that to you. But it was a fairly large plant, and as you can see, I just stuck some wire through it and mounted it on through some holes that were in this big cork mount. So yeah, the roots have finally come out. I can see a new growth, or not a new growth, but a new pseudobulb pushing out. Where was that at? It's in here somewhere. There it is. Right down there at the base, right here. And you can see that green tip over there, right here. I just noticed those today, honestly. I doubt I haven't noticed if it is on the mount yet. At one point I thought that it was pushing out another spike, but I think that has stalled for me, and this is where it sits. It gets a lot of morning sun, and then in the afternoon it gets shade, but still filtered sunlight. Like you can see, that is my Gerald McGraith. Then the other that I got right here, which is Andree Millar. This was already mounted, and it has put up this new growth that's in here. It put up this new growth that's right here, and then it put up this one that is failing. But you can see there is the tag Dendrobium Andree Millar, which is H.O.violatium crossed with convolutum. Nice floriferous, long-lasting Latouria. This is where this sits. So gets a fair amount of shade, but some sun. Now, these are the other two of the Gerald McGraith that were doing good, but then all of a sudden they just went downhill, and they're dead. You can see the canes are all brown. That is usually indicative that it's not getting enough water, but it was surely getting enough water. Now, this is another Latouria Dendrobium, which I just got from Sharon just last week. This is my Dendrobium spectabile, and I've named it Sharon the Beast, and it is just situated on this mount. It is a ceramic mount, and it had two growths there's one, and there's the other one that's tucked in there behind here. That's what it is right now. I am fairly happy with that. Fairly happy with that. Okay, let me continue on looking for some more Latourias. Okay, this is one that I just mounted a few weeks ago. I'm sure you guys remember me showing you this species that was in a pot that had a growth on it, new growth, and I explained that I was going to mount this and water it like it is a vanda, which is sort of the method that I have been utilizing with these newly mounted Latourias. I find that they like their roots to turn green when they're watered like a vanda would, and then they like it to be completely dried. What I did notice on this plant, this was the side where the new growth was. You can see that it did blast. Knew that when I mounted it, but today I noticed this, that it is forming roots at the base. So that is a great sign for that. Good sign for that. This is another Latouria that I've already had. It's been on this mount probably about a year, and this is my Alexandri. Again, the roots get watered like a vanda. You can see there's still a little green. There's another growth underneath there that's a little smaller. It's my Alexandri. I feel that they need that much water in order for them to be successful. And finally, last but not least, I have this Latouria, which is a cross of these Dendrobiums, macrophyllum, bifalce, and that one. And when I mounted it on this, it was already putting up this new growth, which has matured. But the thing that impresses me the most is look at those roots. Look at them. This is really happy. And I'm happy that it's happy. Then I have some other ones that aren't faring so well. This is a Dendrobium Blue Twinkle times lasianthera, which was mounted about the same time as my nindiis, this is another nindii. But after not doing anything, it is just now putting up a kiki. So hopefully there will be accompanying that kiki some roots, and then I can have another plant to salvage that, because that is a beauty. But it's kind of difficult to grow in home environment. But folks, that's my update on some of my Latourias. I am really thinking that it is a success what I have done so far, as long as I make sure that they are well hydrated daily, like you would a vanda, and then allowed to drain until the next day. And this, off topic, has really shown itself off since I was so worried about it. And it does have that strong menthol fragrance or scent that is like, what is that cold stuff that you'd put up your nose for stopped up nose? You know what I'm talking about. Or they'd rub it on your chest. Anyway, enjoy your orchids, folks. I'm rambling.